Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready, ready. Here we go, here we go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check three. Hey, Charlie. Deep.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
61, matchbox, right.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now Locke. Throwing right, and that's complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Locke now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bills' 33-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Go. Check nickel.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Locke gonna throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
132 fighter. Ready.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Lock now on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
At the 8-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Hey, box drop. Get it.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. 13th play now, the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's third and goal. From the gun on third down, Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week. Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
We got to get to the back. Quickstone, travel. 10, under 10.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let's go, Heavy. Alert! What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me 6-6. Pull it high.
They'll run it here with Bernard. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lock to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Philip Lindsay, the intended target.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now again, right side. Bernard. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's our time. Check 3, check 3.
Now Bernard. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
The 28-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
3rd and 12.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, check 24, check 24.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down now, Bernard. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Let's go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He'll buy some time right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That's good for 28 yards.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the 2nd half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the 2nd half.
Could be a big turnaround. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Thrown away and incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
53. It's just me and you. It's just 56, 56. It's a safety creep.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
At the 23-yard line.
Round 80! 45. Get that quarterback, D-line! Get that quarterback, D-line!
They'll run again with Bernard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, watch 85. Watch 85. They got tight left. 45. Middle. 45. Check pass. Buzz. Check Mike 45. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 45's the mic. 45. Alert.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Now.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 49. Let's go, D. Hey, Zoo.
From the 40 now on second down. Locke, he completes this to Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
60 or. Hey, Haywood. 49. Mike.
On first down, it's Lindsey. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And it's 3rd down.
Set, ready? 8, read. 49. Go. All day, defense, all day. All day. Bravo. 39. Ready?
3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard. Line.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin here with Bernard. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A big play here for Buffalo. 50. Four yards on the ground.
Let it go. 4 yards. And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Mike. 19. 53. Mike. Arnie. Alert. Kill. Greystone, travel. Check 37. Kill.
On 2nd down, Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Alert! Check 3. Check 9. Out.
To throw, it's Allen. And Diggs has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
53's the mic.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Tackles.
Again, here's Bernard. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll go again with Lindsey. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready? 33, check back 33. Down to lose one. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Now on 2nd and 13. Lock. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Undercross. Hey, exit. Check. Now.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They look to throw. It's Lock. And he Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trent Murphy able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of. But so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check. General West. Regular. Hey, home. Hey, watch the ship. We go.
Here's Bernard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Middle. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On 2nd down now, Bernard. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Hauschka with the extra point. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it. And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Locke to throw. This is the tight end Fant. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down.
You draw corpus. Begin. Let go.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
First down, Broncos.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Critical extra point up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Denver. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Gosh, given the time and the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's into the clear. The 20, 10. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The Broncos take over.
Go for it, boy. Go.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is locked. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for him.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Broncos' 9-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 15. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bernard. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some team,